This training video will provide a quick overview of LilYPad. So we'll first log in by selecting your name and typing in your password. Then hit enter. So now we'll go over a simple sale. You'll just select the sale tab from above, as you can see here. And it brings up different items. So we'll just pick a large drink. You can either select exact change, and that will input the exact change into the cash received section. There's also these predetermined amounts, as well as just putting in a specific amount of cash. For the sale, we'll just say the customer gave us $5, and this extra information can be turned on and off. So we'll print receipt. You can see all the receipt information here, which will print to whichever printer you select. Then you just hit OK. If you get stuck on this screen, you can just select that label at the top and it'll bring you back to the Sale tab. And there are some buttons that you can do some quick adjustments to the last sale, such as edit it. You can also put a discount on it even after the sale's been done. You can void it, which will completely remove it from the system. It'll only show up in reports afterwards. And you can also refund the last sale. Keep in mind, if you're doing a Visa, that you need to refund the Visa and then refund the item in LilYPad. So it's a two-step process. So now go to search, and we can also look up the last sale as well. You can choose look up by date, or you can just hit run search when the field is blank, and it'll run up all the last sales chronologically. So you can see the one we just did there, the $1.59 sale. And you can see you can do all the same things as we just previously did, such as edit and refund and void. So it'll require a reason for the refund. So these can be changed whenever you'd like in settings. There, and it'll send you a confirmation that the refund went through. And you can see that there's a -59 transaction. Now we'll show you how to add a customer. Hit the customer button, add customer button, and then add to sale. You can see this customer also has waivers attached to it. You can also add a customer through the customer button at the top. You can search for customers through the field, and you hit that add new customer button. And if you want to create a sale, it's the same process as before if you just add a customer. And now you can see that certain tabs are available because these sale tabs are set to only be viewable once a customer is selected. So I've selected a party here. We'll select a date for it, select how many people are attending, and then we'll just check the availability. So there is some availability for this party at this time. So we'll just choose a time slot, and then it'll automatically add a jump time because this is a trampoline park party. And then we'll just add the birthday child's name. So you can see here that it's been added. There's been a few extras added. So the loot bags, since there's 17 people, there'll be 17 loot bags added. as well as 2 large pizzas, because that's what comes with this party. So if you hover over the party item, you can see some of the details. So this party item, you're able to do a deposit on, which you can turn on and off in the party product settings when you're changing them. You can see that the default amount is set to 100. So we'll just do cash deposit. And then any additional information. And then you can add the deposit. So you can email the receipt to the email that was provided with the customer details, and you can print the receipt. The party receipts are on 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper. You can see the size difference, and since it's a deposit, you can see the outstanding balance, and it's the same rules as before. If you get stuck on that screen, just select the title and it'll bring you back to the sales screen. So now if we go to the calendar, you can see that there's one new party added on the 30th. You can see all the details of the party, the time and whatnot. And it comes in as yellow because there are currently no waivers attached to it. So you just select the number and add waivers as you need them. This is a demo system, so obviously we don't have a lot of waiver information, but you'd have to get that number up to 17, and then it would not be yellow anymore. So if you click edit, you can see that there's an outstanding balance. You can see that there's been waivers added to it. You can also add more from here if you'd like. So we'll just go ahead and add another item. We'll just add a large pizza. You can see it's been added here for $7.99, and the outstanding balance has increased slightly, which they can pay once they come in to pay the rest of their deposit. And you can print another receipt to reflect the new sale. So now let's check the tracker, which keeps track of all the jump times for the trampoline area. So we'll just select the day that the party is on, and then we'll select jump, which is the tracker associated with it. And you can see that there's 17 people taking up 2 slots of half an hour because the party jump time is 1 hour long. You can see any waivers added and any other information. So you can also run the search, and you can see here that the deposit has been made, and you can edit the sale as well. So let's say they wanted to change the date from the 30th to, say, a weekend date. For this system, there are separate pricing, so just take note of any information there. So the name of the party, the party room time, the party size, the birthday child's name, and the jump time, and any waivers added. So then you'll just delete that out and delete the items that are automatically added in with the party. And then you just hit save and close, so it'll save that information. Now we'll go back to the sales tab. We'll find that customer again, run the search. So we'll edit that sale. So there's still the $100 deposit on there. So now we just need to add the different party. We have different pricing for the weekends and weekdays, so if we try to use the weekday item on a weekend, it will not allow us to. So we just have to go back and select the weekend trampoline party. So we'll add that and put it on this Saturday. Remember the details from the last party. So party size 17, it was 4 to 6. And we need to put the birthday child's name in. So his name was Brandon, as we took note of before. So now it's been added. It's a little bit more expensive for the weekends, but that's the only way you can have a trampoline park party in this system, the way it's set up. So now we'll just hit save and close, and the deposit they previously put on will go towards this new party, as you can see here. So we'll check the calendar. You can see that there's no party on the 30th anymore, which is where our previous party was, and now there's a party on the Friday. You can just add the waivers again. And we'll check the tracker as well. October the 3rd, which is actually Friday, sorry, not a Saturday. And you can see those half-an-hour time blocks have been taken up again. So let's show you how to add a customer. Most of the times you'll just need their first name, last name, and their email address. Most of the other information is optional unless you're linking a waiver to them. Then you just hit the add customer button. You can see that they've been added here. It's basic information, and their name's coming up in yellow because there is currently no waiver attached. You can send an email link to the waiver on the far right. You can also select their name and edit their information. So for this example, we'll just add a phone number. See, the primary phone number has been added there. And I'll just take a refreshing of the page to show the new phone number here. So now we'll add a waiver in-house to the customer we just created. So he's identified by his email address, so we'll just quickly punch that in. And let's say for this example he has a kid as well, so you just select the option me and my kids. Now it recognizes he's already in the system and it asks for his password. So it's incorrect, so if you can't remember what his password is, you just go to his profile and go to edit, and you can see the password automatically assigned to him right here. And you can change it to whatever you'd like, or whatever the customer would like, because this is the same password that he uses to sign online waivers. So we'll just punch in his email again, punch in the new password, and any information that we filled in before will automatically get put into the fields here. So for the waiver, it requires some more specific information. Any field with an asterisk is a required field. And here you can add a child. So these fields are basically for anyone who can't legally fill out a waiver for themselves. And there's the more option to add more children, the waiver information, and some check boxes. The two last ones are mandatory. The first one's just to say if you're the one participating or not. Then you just have to sign in the field here. This can also just be a typed in signature, not necessarily using the signing feature. And then just agree to the terms. There, it'll send you a confirmation, show us that worked. You can start a new waiver. We'll just see that that new customer we put in is now not colored yellow anymore, meaning that it has a waiver attached to it. So let's just buy a general 30-minute ticket. So we'll just choose a half-an-hour time block and add it to sale. You can see it's been added there. You can also have discounts. You can have set amounts or more dynamic amount. We'll just add a few more items to the sale just to show you how the discount works. You can do it on individual items or the entire sale. So for this example, we'll just put a check mark near the tickets and just say 10% off. And then say it was a staff discount. These can also be changed as well, the reasons. So now you can see the 10% there is off, so it brings it down to 18. And if you're using not using integrated Mercury payments for your credit processing, you just hit the Visa button, do the Visa transaction, and then run it through the LilYPad system. So we can run a search and see that the new sale is there now. We can edit it. There's no outstanding balance. And again, you can use these quick select buttons to alter the last sale if need be. So we'll check the tracker, the jump tracker. You can see that there's 2 new time slots there. They already have the waivers they need. It's been paid in full. So they'd be ready to go right away. So we can also manage the tracker settings that we were just looking at. Depending on your setup, you may have a lot or maybe just a little. So jump, that's the one that we were using. So you can add or deactivate jump rooms here. And you can edit them as well. You can also block dates. So you just select the date and the room. And you can block times as well. So here on the calendar, you can actually block party times, which is altered in the party settings. So you can just block one slot or multiple slots. And that way nobody online or in-house can use that time slot anymore. You can see here that it's similar to tracker settings and how to block dates. So you just select the room, select the date, and then add the date so nobody can book this time online or in-house anymore. So, and if you wanted to add more rooms, and especially if you want to add multiple rooms to save time, you just choose the times, choose the room, and if the time interval is set to 30, then it will increment between the times you select by half an hour for each time slot. So you can also delete block party dates. You can add or edit or deactivate party rooms. You can see here, this is the time we blocked previously when we were in the calendar. And you can select dates to block. So let's say you want to block the 25th because there's 3 parties on that date. You just go to party settings, block dates, add the 25th. So those parties will still be in the system even after you've blocked the party date. Just no one else can book parties on that date after that point. So if we try to book one, we'll just choose a regular party. Choose the 25th. So there are no parties available on that date. It'll be the same when people try to book it online as well. So now we'll just remove that block and then go through the sale again. Choose the same party, the 25th again. You can see that now the times are available again. So here you can create sale tabs in the admin button. You can see all of them there. They'll appear here on the sales screen. As you can see, some of the customer required set to no, some set to yes. This is what I mentioned before about parties, how you have to add a customer to the sale. So once you add a customer, then you can see all those buttons are now viewable. This is good if you have items that need to have customers attached to them in your system. So these are the product types. They're the groups that all the products go in within the sale tabs. So within food, this is a product type, and so is snacks. Just as a way of separating things out within the sale tabs, keeping things more organized. And then when you hit the products button, these are the actual products. So you can create new products, select the product type that it will go into, price, deposits, deposit amounts, sales tax, quantities if you're keeping track of inventory, and of course the name of the product as well. So here we'll show you how to use the PlayPass memberships and the regular memberships. PlayPass memberships are based on a per game usage. So this PlayPass has 10 games per PlayPass. So if you have a magnetic strip reader and gift cards, that's when you stripe it. But you can also punch the number in manually. So just go through the sale like normal. Now in order to use it, there's a membership admission button within the admission section. So you just select the user's name or stripe their card if applicable. Put 2 games. So that day they're going to use 2 of their passes. And it's a $0 amount because it's already been paid for. It's on the card. And then just add it to the sale. And this will make it show in your system. So now when we do a play pass search in the search tab, you can see Bobby's remaining passes there, which was originally 10. You can also use one within the screen, so now it's down to 7. You can see all the history there of all the dates he's been in, and you can also edit it manually, any of the information there. And now we'll show you how the time-based memberships work. So we'll just buy a 1-month membership. Again, ask for the same information. You can either punch it in manually, or if you have the Stripe card set up with membership cards. So we'll just run through this like a normal sale. Now, to use the membership, it's similar to the Play Pass. You use membership button, and then you'd swipe their card or type in their membership number. You can see that there are pictures associated with some of the cards. So you can see use membership here, and then you just run through the sale. Usually hit exact change because it's a $0 amount. So now if you do the membership search button, you can see that Bobby's card has been used once. The start and end date of his membership, you can view the history, so there's only been one play date. And here you can see a list of expired memberships. And if you're using the time clock feature, which is used to punch your employees in and out, here you can see the list of employees that you have. You can manually time them in and out from within the system, but generally the most common way of doing it is in the login screen. You just select your name, select the time clock button, and then type in your password. So it's pretty much the same as logging into LilYPad, but this just clocks you in. And then you can just log into LilYPad separately now that you've been clocked in. So now that we look at the time clock, you can see Curtis is in, and if you need to, you can clock him out from here. You can also clock out from the logout screen the same way you clocked in. And you can see some of the time entries. You can do a closeout report on the specific person, see what they've done for that day as far as transactions and whatnot. You can also print this information. We'll just go back. You can also manage your employee information, so you can add a new employee in this screen. You can see all the list of active employees or the list of inactive. So you can also manage the time clock from the manage page. Select Curtis. And this shows all my clock in and clock out information for the last 4 weeks. You can also add a manual punch in or punch out time by putting the specific date or time if need be. So here we'll show you how to edit the party products, which were located under the parties sale tab, so you can edit them, basically edit every piece of information about it. We'll add a deposit amount. You can add specific deposit amounts for individual items. Then you just hit edit party. Editing and adding a party, it's same fields, so there's also an inventory management system. The alerts there because we've run out of loot bags, because loot bags get added to each party product depending on how many occupants there are. So you just have to go to update inventory and find the item that you need to update. So I just type it in. I think it was actually singular, not plural. So we'll just type in loot. You can see it there, and you can see its quantity is way below what it should be. So we'll just add a whole bunch to this one. And now you can see that that alert is gone. And that's a brief overview of the LilYPad system.